Alright, I want all of you to listen and listen well. But heed my warning for those of you who are easily offended, because no truer words are ever going to be spoken. It might be best for you to stop listening right now and continue living your life the way you did for the last 5 years or so. It doesn't matter. But here's the thing. If you're still watching, that's great. Because this is your wake-up call, and it's time for a different mindset. Now, have any of you here heard the quote, "All the liabilities in this world are due to inadequacies of the person involved"? These words are so true that it depicts our bitter reality, most especially in this generation. Take, for example, you're a maritime graduate and you've been applying for a company now for almost 3 years and you still can't get the job. And you sit there and you wonder all day why, and you ask these questions: why me? Why did it have to be me of all people? And all of your peers in school before are already on the seas for their 3rd trip. Now that sucks. That's unlucky. Well, there's 3 words for you. You're a fool. Now let me ask you again, what was the quote? The quote was, "All the disadvantages in this world are due to the fact that you were not good enough." Whose fault was it that you're in that position right now? Whose fault was it that you had to wait until you graduated to know that you should have done better? You should have gone for the A's. You should have treated each day, each class, each lesson as an opportunity to grow better and be better. Quick question. What do you think is a common thing that we all have ever since we were born? It's the most valuable resource in the world. It's not money. It's not a materialistic thing, but it's time. This gift is so powerful that if utilized correctly, one could acquire all the resources that one needs, such as wealth and health. However, if neglected, it leaves us with so little. It leaves us with nothing. And the worst is sure to come in our lives. Because let's face it, we have all been given time, but we waste it without a second thought. We're living seconds, minutes, hours that we're never gonna get back. You have the same hours per day as Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Manny Pacquiao, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, the new CEO of Apple. We have Tim Cook, and the Hong Kong business magnate Li Ka-shing, and the Phillies pitcher Roy Halladay. All of these iconic people have the same 24 hours as us. Now, what does this tell us? It tells us that we have the same resources as them. We have the power to be like them, or even better. Yet we fail to realize this because we tend to think that only a chosen few can have lives like them. But you know what? You're right. Because those chosen few are the only people in the world who are willing to put the work, willing to have the sacrifice, and the people who never gives up. Okay, so in a given year, we have 8,760 hours per day. What about sleep, you say? Well, let's say you sleep for a good 8 hours, which gives us 16 hours per day, and which makes it 5,840 hours per day. We simplify it further, we get 243 whole days in a given year. Now that's a lot of time. And how we use those days are critical. However, the major problem of this generation is that we've gone too soft. We give up too easy. We don't take the challenge anymore. We've become too lax with the way we live. And the sad thing is, we only settle for less instead of more. We rely more on technology more than we rely on ourselves. And we let this swallow us. Due to this, it is quite inevitable that we'd be dubbed as the soft generation. And it's true. I hate to admit it, but it's true. And what's worse is this. I know a lot of people my age, people younger than me, or even people older than me, doing this every day. Instead of studying, working, spending our time on the most important things, we allot most of our time playing Mobile Legends, Facebook, YouTube, and other meaningless things that distracts us from our goals and aspirations in life. At the end of the day, a lot of us would then say, I suck at math. I'm not good at English. I don't even know how to swim. I suck at swimming. Well, no shit. How are you going to be better at math if you've never studied? How are you going to be better at English when you don't even read books? You see my point? Most of all, how are you going to get better at swimming when you don't put in the extra work? What? Did you perhaps think that one day that you'll be better without putting in the work? I know it's hard. It's hard to lift the weights. It's hard to stay up all night and study. It's hard putting in the extra work. Fatigue will literally chip away at your will to win. It is the thing inside your mind, that weak voice that tells you that you're not gonna make it. That weak voice that begs you to stop. And that weak voice that promises you safety and security if you would just quit. And here's the worst part about that. It's right. If you quit right now, you're not at risk anymore. You're not at risk of embarrassment. You're not at risk of failure. But you're also not at risk of greatness. But who says you can't be great? Why settle for mediocrity when you can be phenomenal? If you really want to be the best version of yourself and achieve success, you'd have to go for the grind and take in the pain and replace it with greatness. Because pain is temporary, while greatness is forever.